Kind gentlemen, will you be patient a while, and then you shall hear a song, a very good ballad of bold Robin Hood, and of his man, brave Little John. In Locksley Town, in merry Nottinghamshire, in merry sweet Locksley Town, there bold Robin Hood he was born and was bred, bold Robin of famous renown. The father of Robin a forester was, and he shot in a lusty strong bow, 2 north country miles and an inch at a shot, as the pinner of Wakefield does know. For he brought Adam Bell and Clym of the Clough and William of Cloudesley to shoot with our forester for 40 mark, and the forester beat them all 3. His mother was niece to the Coventry knight, which Warwickshire men call Sir Guy, for he slew the blue boar that hangs up at the gate, or mine host of the Bull tells a lie. Her brother was Gamwell of great Gamwell Hall, a noble housekeeper was he, aye as ever broke bread in sweet Nottinghamshire, and a squire of famous degree. The mother of Robin Hood said to her husband, My honey, my love, and my dear, let Robin and I ride this morning to Gamwell to taste of my brother's good cheer. And he said, I grant thee thy boon, gentle Joan, take one of my horses, I pray. The sun is arising, and therefore make haste, for tomorrow is Christmas Day. Then Robin Hood's father's grey gelding was brought, and saddled and bridled was he. And Rob wore a blue bonnet, his new suit of clothes, and a cloak that did reach to his knee. She got on her holyday skirt and gown that were of a light Lincoln green. The cloth was homespun, but for colour and make it might have beseemed our queen. And then Robin got on his basket-hilt sword and his dagger on his other side, and he said, My dear mother, let's haste to be gone, we have 40 long miles to ride. When Robin had mounted his gelding so grey, his father, without any trouble, set her up behind him, and bade her not fear, for his gelding had oft carried double. And when she was settled, they rode to their neighbours, and drank and shook hands with them all, and then Robin galloped and never gave over, till they lighted at Gamwell Hall. And now may you think the right worshipful squire was joyful his sister to see, for he kissed her, and swore a great oath, You're welcome, kind sister, to me. On the morrow, when mass had been said at the chapel, 6 tables were covered in the hall, and in comes the squire and makes a short speech. It was, Neighbours, you're welcome all, but not a man here shall taste my March beer till a Christmas carol he does sing. Then all clapped their hands, and they shouted and sang, till the hall and the parlour did ring. Now mustard and brawn, roast beef and plum pies were set upon every table, and noble George Gamwell said, Eat and be merry, and drink too as long as you're able. When dinner was ended, his chaplain said grace, and Be merry, my friend, said the squire. It rains and it blows, but call for more ale, and lay some more wood on the fire. And now call ye Little John hither to me, for Little John is a fine lad, at gambols and juggling, and 20 such tricks as shall make you both merry and glad. When Little John came, to gambols they went, both gentleman, freeman, and clown. And what do you think? Why, as true as I live, bold Robin Hood put them all down. And now you may think the right worshipful squire was joyful this sight for to see, for he said, Cousin Robin, go no more home, but tarry and dwell here with me. You shall have my land when I die, till then you'll be the staff of my age. Then grant me my favour, dear uncle, says Robin, that Little John may be my page. And he said, Kind cousin, I grant you that, with all my heart, so let it be. Then come here, Little John, said Robin Hood, come hither, my page, to me. Go fetch me my bow, my longest long bow, and broad arrows, 1, 2, or 3. For when 'tis fair weather, we'll into Sherwood, some merry pastime for to see. When Robin Hood came into merry Sherwood, he blew his horn so clear, and twice 5 and 20 good freemen and bold before Robin Hood did appear. Where are your companions all, said Robin Hood, for I still want 40 and 3. Then said a bold freeman, There they stand, all under the greenwood tree. As that word was spake, Clorinda came by, the queen of the shepherds was she, and her gown was of velvet as green as the grass, and her cloth did reach her knee. Her step it was graceful, her body was straight, and her countenance free from pride. A bow in her hand, and a quiver of arrows hung dangling by her sweet side. Her eyebrows were black, and so was her hair, and her skin was as smooth as glass. Her eyes spoke wisdom and modesty too, set with Robin Hood such a lass. Said Robin Hood, Lady fair, where do you go, and why do you go away? And she made him answer, To kill a fat stag, for tomorrow is Tipbury Day. Said Robin Hood, Lady fair, wander with me a little to yonder green bower. Then sit down to rest you, and you shall be sure of a trap or a trace in an hour. And as we were going towards the green bower, 200 good stags we espied. She chose out the fattest that was in the herd, and she shot him through side and side. By the faith of my body, said bold Robin Hood, such a woman I never did see. And whether you come from the east or the west, you need not beg venison of me. However, along to my bower you shall go, and taste of a forester's meat. And when we came there, we found as good cheer as any man needs for to eat. There was hot venison and Walden pies cold, cream clotted and honeycombs plenty, and the servants they were, besides little John, good freemen at least 24. Clorinda said, Tell me your name, noble sir. And he said, 'Tis bold Robin Hood. Squire Gamwell's my uncle, but all my delight is to dwell in the merry Sherwood. For it's a fine life, and it's void of all strife. So it is, sir, Clorinda replied. But oh, said bold Robin, how sweet it would be if Clorinda would be my bride. She blushed at the notion, yet after a pause said, Yes, sir, and with all my heart. Then let us send for a priest, said Robin, and be married before we part. She said, It may not be so, noble sir, for I must be at Tipbury feast, and if Robin Hood will go there with me, I'll make him the most welcome guest. Said Robin Hood, Reach me that stag, Little John, for I'll go along with my dear, and bid my men kill 6 brace of stags, and meet me tomorrow just here. Before he had ridden 5 Staffordshire miles, 8 freemen that were too bold bid Robin Hood stand and deliver his stag. A truer tale never was told. I will not, faith, said bold Robin. Come, John, stand by me, and we'll beat 'em all. Then both drew their swords, and so cut 'em and slashed 'em that 5 out of them took a fall. The 3 that remained called to Robin for mercy, and pitiful John begged their lives. And John's favour was granted. He gave 'em good counsel, and sent 'em all home to their wives. This battle was fought near to Tipbury town, when the bagpipes baited the bull. I am the king of the fiddlers, and I swear it's truth, and I call him that doubts it a fool. For I saw them fighting, and fiddled the while, and Clorinda sang, Hey, derry down. The bumpkins are beaten, put up thy sword, Rob, and now let's dance into the town. Before we came in, we heard a great shouting, and all that were in it looked madly, for some were on bullback, some dancing a Morris, and some singing Arthur a Bradley. And there we see Thomas, our justice's clerk, and Mary, to whom he was kind. But Tom rode before her, and called Mary madam, and kissed her full sweetly behind. And so may your worships, but we went to dinner with Thomas and Mary and Nan. They all drank a health to Clorinda, and told her bold Robin Hood was a fine man. When dinner was ended, Sir Roger the parson of Dubbridge was sent for in haste. He brought his mass book, and he bade them take hands, and joined them in joyful handfast. Then as bold Robin Hood and his sweet bride went hand in hand to the green bower, the birds sung with pleasure in merry Sherwood, and it was a most joyful hour. And when Robin Hood came in sight of the bower, Where are my free men? Said he. Little John answered, Lo, there they stand, all under the greenwood tree. Then a garland they brought her by 2 and by 2, placed them all on the bride's head. The music struck up, and we fell to a dance, till the bride and bridegroom were abed. And what they did there must be counsel to me, because they lay long the next day. And I had haste home, but I got a good piece of bride cake, and so came away. Now out, alas, I had forgotten to tell you, that married they were with a ring. And so will Nan Knight all be buried a maiden. And now let us pray for the king, that he may get children, and they may get more, to govern and do us some good. And then I'll make ballads in Robin Hood's bower, and sing 'em in merry Sherwood.